When you're doing your circles, one of the main bits of feedback that we give people is to make sure you don't step backwards. If you step backwards, that'll invite the horse's forequarter towards you, and it's a dominant move on their part, and it brings that shoulder towards you, so you've got to be careful of that. Okay, so we'll have a look at that as I go around. We'll just keep an eye on my feet, make sure I walk forward. If you've got your rope on the ground like this here, actually I'll just send my horse forward so you can see what I'm on about. So I'm going to send it point forward, protect my personal space and have him go around me. If you're going good, you should be walking around this rope that's on the ground. Okay, so here he's a little bit close to me, so I can just yield him out away from me a bit, protect my personal space. Just walking around that rope in the centre. What you'll find if you step backwards or sideways, which are two submissive moves on your part, you'll find yourself on top of that rope and getting all tangled in it. But if you do a nice job, that rope should curl up in a little coil on the ground there. Okay, so that might help you out a little bit. When doing a departure, his forequarter will need to go first. So here I'm just protecting my personal space. Got myself in an upright position, so that means my personal space is turned on and he needs to stay out of it. Okay, if I relax down and step backwards, then that's inviting him in. So we're going to like that. Okay, good boy. Okay, body lifts up. Okay, I'm going to point in this direction, so they need to have some feel on that lead rope, so they know what direction to go to, because that's the going to comfort. You need to direct them to comfort. Just adjust my halter here. So see how it's hanging down a little bit on his nose here. This piece of the halter here needs to stay below this little lump that they've got here, and it needs to be up above. If you put your hand here, you'll be able to feel some grooves in your horse's nose, and they finish about there on my horse. Sorry, mate. About there. So it needs to be above that. If it's below that, it's a fragile spot. So I'll just adjust this before we move on. And you'll notice Quantum Savvy halters don't have, my horse is a pretty small horse, so this is a fairly long bit on here, but generally on most horses this will be around about 3 inches long, so it doesn't have a big dangly bit there, because we don't want that flapping around and hitting them in the eye when things are going on. Okay, so that looks better. It looks like it fits better there now. Okay. Okay, back to our start of our circle. Direction, and then if he doesn't follow the direction, I'll use my stick. So he followed this direction, and that was nice. Here I'm going to yield his hind to a stop, and I need to be in such a position that it looks like I'm going to go over and follow through with my phases. Okay, it's not just a flat-footed standing and bending. Okay, that would be a cue more than a communication. So this here looks like I'm about to do something, and that's what we need to do, is trying to teach the horse to follow our body language, to listen to our body language. Okay, here my body language is up. There's my direction, and he should go from that, and there his forequarter goes first, then he goes out and around me. Okay, I'll just stop him here. Hindquarter yield. If he doesn't yield, then I'll go out there and start waving that stick a bit bigger. Okay, now some horses don't leave as nice as that, and what you'll need to do is just tap them a little bit on the shoulder there to get them to go, get that shoulder out. So just get that shoulder out there. Usually horses that are pushing on your personal space, their forequarter won't go, so you'll need to move it out there. But remember, give direction first.